it didn't really serve too much of a purpose. The Guan Yu doesn't really have a great matchup against it, I agree, but Ravana is certainly a bit more scary.
Yeah, Raven, top player damage basically that entire game. That's insane. Swifty was playing that Scylla, hitting so many armor monsters over and over again. Raven was still top player damage. Shurix did work on him.
Yeah, and it was very surprising to see there was still top damage, even towards the end of that game, given Scylla was hitting 2-3-man armor monsters, some of them resetting, some of them not, unfortunately. Naja taking people up to the sky consistently as well. It was just all-around good mechanical play coming out from Llamas in Pyjamas. Tainted Mines, different this time. Mid lane has to be a bit more aggressive, I would say. Jungle has to have a different pick, really, to stop invades coming out from Llamas in Pyjamas. Maybe someone like a Thor would do better for them this time. Something, maybe even a spicy Cabrakan jungle could do them well, who knows?
It could, you never know. So, picks and bans. Thor and Scylla were banned on Tainted Mines, and Llamas in Pyjamas banned away that Raijin. And that Susanoo, Tainted Mines locking in Athena first. Again, they're not going to give that one to Llamas. Instead of picking up that Guan Yu first, they're picking up that Athena, that support. Llamas in Pyjamas, we talked about it. Cabrakan and Llamas are locked in for Llamas in Pyjamas.
Yeah, Cabrakan. Okay, Llamas, I was kidding, okay? Please?
It was a joke, it's not serious. They still lock it in.
It's all banter, mate. It's all banter.
Exactly
yeah.
that.
Cabrakan could go into the solo lane, could go into the jungle, obviously, like we did talk about. With his Shadow Zone passive now affecting himself, it means that he's a lot tankier, a lot harder to deal with. That 5% damage mitigation really proving something scary. Sobek going to be picked up as well. Again, another flexible Guardian. I do expect that one of them will be support and one of them will be solo lane, though, as they need to start building some physical damage. But on the other side, Isis Hu Yi, this gives him massive control over the Gold Fury.
All I'm thinking right now is GG. Tainted, you look at their first three picks. They have Athena, one of the best supports. They have Hou Yi, honestly one of the best ADCs. And Isis is just overall very, very strong mid lane. It does a lot of damage, does a lot in team fights with that circle of protections and objective secure. It's a very, very strong draft here for Tainted Mines. But Humbut's banned on Llamas. I was just about to say the Awilix needed to be banned. They have a Sobek. You need to ban away an Awilix if they haven't picked a jungler. Sobek has that many knockups as well. It pairs so well with an Awilix.
Yeah, given the amount of CC that Llamas already have, the extra CC that Awilix will bring to the table as well is just too much to deal with. There's only so many skills you can use Purification for before you are going to get caught by a Sobek block or a Cabrakan Refraction shield that stuns you. This is going to be taken off the table by Llamas in Pyjamas, and I'm surprised at that one, considering this would have been one of the perfect comps to pick Nemesis for. When you have Sobek and Cabrakan just doing damage and peeling and having all the CC in the world, you don't really need a CC coming out of the jungle, just a few slows to land on the catch up, so Nemesis, odd ban. Another jungler should be coming out from Tainted Mines, though. They can't let Thor through. Oh.
No, Thor's already banned. He was banned in the first pick. Neja banned. Tori played him fairly well last game, especially setting up a lot of combos with Swifty, as we've mentioned. Swifty playing the Llamas this time. It works pretty well. Of course, it's pretty much the same standard combo. You can either through space and time or unstable. Bastet, Cabrakan, Sobek locked in, but Khepri was still on the board, and there's also a few other things they could have picked up. Very interesting draft, to say the least here, Alpha.
Yeah, but Bastet, as we talked about with the Nemesis, does really need to have the CCs coming out of the jungle. Bastet fills that role as well, with a lot of slows, a lot of early game pressure, really to try and mitigate that coming out of Isis and Hou Yi. Odin and Kali going to be picked up, two varying spectrums on what it means to be a carry at certain points in the game. Odin, obviously the king of the early, Kali, queen of the late. Honor going to be drafted in for Llamas and Pyjamas, but I love Tainted Mines drafty, and I think going on draft alone, they've got this.
It is a very, very strong draft, as we've said. Going into the game here in just a second, guys. Just as you said, looking at the drafts, it is so much better. It is so much in favor of Tainted Mines right now. They have early game. They have that Hou Yi. They have that Odin as well, is going to be doing a lot of damage to that Bird Bomb. They've also got mid objective secure with that Isis. They also have incredible late game with Ultimate Abyss playing that Kali. Llamas in Pyjamas, they might be in a bit of trouble here, Alpha.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make sure that they stick together as a team, communicate efficiently their rotations and Tainted Mind's rotations. But especially considering if Carly goes too far into a fight and just goes absolutely ham and gets a few kills, it's gonna be absolute curtains for Llamas in Pyjamas because the snowballing Carly is one of the worst things to face.
Absolutely. I mean, if you can just get a Carly online, she can snowball. She can dive your tower effectively and get her passive online, which does heal her up very high, pretty much almost full health. So you can just keep on going and going in these team fights. So really expect a lot of things to come through for Ultimate Abyss. A few roster change-ups for Llamas in Pyjamas compared to last game. We see Dag Knight, instead of playing ADC, he's gone into that jungle now. Swifty still playing that mid role. We see Tori actually playing support instead of jungle. Kizzle has subbed out, and Rana coming back in to play ADC. They have I don't know, Kizzle played it so well, and Tori as well playing support. It'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah, Kizzle was really a factor into why Llamas and Pyjamas took that game so heavily in their favor. That these swaps might be what Tainted Minds need to take this and get a split in this set. As solo laners just clearing up their jungle right now. Hard to see who's going to get to lane first, considering, well, Carly doesn't have the greatest to clear early, but neither does Cabrakan and Bastet.
Yeah, Cabrakan and Bastet do suffer fairly early on, but as soon as Shuriken starts to level up that Refraction Shield and those Tremors, he's going to be doing a lot more to that wave. Picking up the fire elementals are Llamas in Pyjamas, and right side and left side mid camp should be picked up here by Tainted Minds in a second, as the Dag Knight's only just rotating over.
Well, they actually split the right side mid harpies, actually going 1-for-1. Swifty managing
Oh,
to
really?
take them. Swifty managing to clip one with the Unstable Vortex, so in terms of the 4 mid harpies, 3 go the way of Tainted Minds and 1 go the way solitary of Swifty. And that 1 mid harpy might be all he needs to just make sure that Tainted Minds don't get level 5 while they're still level 4, and just absolutely get a massive fight in mid lane for a double kill.
Have a look. Dag Knight might be looking aggressive here to go on to Switch Bait. Uses that beads a bit early there from Switch, but he does manage to get away from that unstable. But Ultimate Abyss also escapes very narrowly with that health bar, both using that purification there on Switch Bay. A lot of aggressiveness coming through from Llamas in Pyjamas.
Well, given that they've got a Bastet, they need to make sure that they are aggressive early, especially against the Carly. We talked about Carly having a great late game, not great early game, sorry. Bastet's sort of the exact opposite, has a fantastic early game, put a lot of damage, but late game really suffers from a massive drop-off and really just there as a backdoor protections remover with the Catcall ultimate. So you're going to see a very big power shift come in the mid game.
Yeah, as soon as Dag Knight hits level 5, which should be off of this wave here, expect to maybe even go onto the solo lane, maybe try and shut down one of the solo laners. Popping that Catcall provides that slow, also landing on that Declaw lands another slow, so there's a lot of stuff.
Solo lane, the cage just comes down and Shri is trapped in there. Go aggressive onto El Kiro though, really putting out the damage there.
And with that, we know that Shruix is actually the target for Ultimate Abyss, which is a very good factor. We should be seeing Abyss, as soon as he hits level 5, also rotating that solo lane, but no first blood picked up after that solo lane engagement. Have a look at the Joy lane as well. Royal Custard and Tomolomu have been fairly boxed out here from Tori and Rana. I mean, Arnher, who has the better laning at the moment? Arnher has a very good clear with that Impale.
Well, really, it goes the way of one god and one god only. That is Sobek. If you have a Sobek on your team,
yep,
know you're going to have complete control over on the duo lane side. And they may even have control over the left side jungle as Invade on the red buff comes out.
There goes the Cats right on Switch Bait. Uses that circular protections, but manages to pop it in time. Tori lurking in the waters. Could be looking to get an easy kill. Swifty cleans him up with an easy shotgun to the face with that through space and time. El Kiro rotates in as well, gets a bird bomb onto Rana, and Royal Custard might be in a bit of trouble. He uses that ricochet perfectly, but doesn't manage to find a kill, and he falls down to Dag Knight, who's trying to duke it out at this point. Does fall down to El Kiro, and Tori needs to get out of here because he has a hungry Odin using that cage, tries to find the kill.
And he's going to actually get a pick up on Tori's guys here. Does he get the stack on his passive? No, he does not. Still a kill though. 3 for 2 in favor of Tainted Minds. All of them going onto the solo laner El Kiro, who made an absolutely massive rotation there. Does forfeit his blue buff for it, but he's going to be happy that he helped out his team there, because he shuts down the Bastet, who had a power potion as well. Managed to get a kill onto both members of the duo lane, stopping their momentum that they built up there, and just really allowed Tainted Minds to take an advantage, really, even though the fact they are behind in gold.
I'm just trying to think how differently that fight would have turned if Shrux had just popped that refraction shield, have been in the fight, the tectonic shift, should I say, in that tight corridor between the tier 1 and the tier 2. That could have spelt disaster for Tainted, but a good rotation from El Kiro grants him 3 kills in that fight. Looking very strong is Tainted with their draft.
Yeah, and the solo lane slap fight continues, and this time it's going to get the way of Shiryu, starting to level up his abilities.
Dag Knight falls down to Ultimate Abyss, takes way too much damage from that Kali poke. That incense paired with that lash combo does a lot of damage. Having a look into the build, already has that warrior tabi, not going into that ninja tabi, which we sometimes see. But have a look at that solo lane as well. Shrix gets almost taken out there. Ultimate Abyss is actually the target. No, doesn't find it, but El Kiro gets his 4th kill.
Yeah, and Kali's passive did change, I would say, about months ago. The fact that she now gets some amount of gold and HP from assists. So it's not all doom and gloom for Ultimate Abyss, so the mark does indeed fall down. Yep. And with that gong, which you did hear, El Kiro gets a stack on his passive.
Joy Lane though, have a look. Royal Custard gets obliterated there. No, Rana Barana gets turned on as that Defender of Olympus comes down. Perfectly timed there from Royal Custard.
Ultimate Abyss is in a lot of trouble right now. Have to be bailed up by El Kiro on that Odin, doing absolute work with that bird bomb there, silencing the Bastet from any of that chase.
And Shrux picking up his blue buff there, having a look. 6 minutes into this game, already 4 kill lead for Tainted Minds. Shrux could be looking to do a little bit of poke here onto El Kiro, but I want to have a look into our grass as well. Even though it's a 4 kill lead, Alpha, it's pretty much dead even for both of our teams here. That's very surprising to see.
Llamas and Pyjamas, they managed to shove basically every single wave. The Llamas and Bastet played aggressively in mid, which I love, to try and counteract the dominance which ISIS can have over the early game in mid. Shiryu was actually out pushing the Odin, surprisingly, and over on the left-hand side, of course, Tori Skies and Rana Barama were doing absolute work with that Sobek Anohana combination. Managed to claim basically every single contestable jungle buff as well, which is why they found themselves in such a expedited lead.
7 minutes in. Looks like Ultimate Abyss is going into that chin size second item. Should be looking to get Fatalis after that as well. And once Kali has those 3 crucial builds, have a look at Gold Fury. Being taunted out here is Tori and Swifty, but he has backup coming through. Could be looking to go onto Swifty here. There goes that stun. Going onto Swifty, uses the portal. You can't really catch the god of portals himself, Giannis.
Yeah, but now the fight is indeed broken out. There's a Fury and Lucky the Waters have come out. Olibis is getting choked by Rana Barana on the back line. With instructional, but going to keep him alive. Royal Custard picks up Tori Skies for the first kill of this engagement.
Oh my gosh, Swifty with a through space and time finds Ultimate Abyss, and the bird bomb is real onto Swifty, who just manages to get away there on 40 HP, but the fight is still continuing as Dag Knight is looking to go onto Royal Custard. He gets, no, the ricochet just misses, and the tick damage finds the kill on a Royal Custard, but in the cage, Tomolomu finds a kill on a Dag Knight in return. Shrux gets taunted into 4 people, and he might be in a bit of trouble here himself, because Rana Barana won't be able to assist him whatsoever, but a good reset there for Llamas in Pyjamas and Tainted, who are still 4 kills ahead.
Yeah, another ding there on El Kiro's passive, and he's starting to build that one up quite nicely. For every kill he gets in his cage, 5 power is added up to a maximum of 50 power. He's certainly no slouch when it comes to building defensively and still doing a lot of damage, especially going into that late game. Kin size, as you mentioned, for Ultimate Abyss, going to be finished up fairly soon, currently having just shy of 1,000 gold in hand, so we'll be finishing that one up before the 10-minute mark. A very fast kin size coming out from Ultimate Abyss.
Very, very fast. Almost 9 minutes in. I'm having a look at top player damage here, Alpha. Swifty playing that Giannis, one of his most comfortable picks other than that Scylla. He's almost the very, very bottom of the damage charts, just above Sobek. I mean, he's really just been farming this game. He hasn't really been doing too much. Although he has those 2 kills, he really isn't just outputting that damage.
And most of the damage in these fights are, as you can see, being done by Tainted and Shrews on the rotations, as well as Rana Barana coming into the fight a bit later. He doesn't really need to be doing this damage. He can be transitioning into a utility mage for now, or maybe even just start to build up some more damage right now. He's going to get that Doom Orb, start to stack that one up, but once he has that stacked up, once he has it farmed, you know he's going to be doing damage. But the fight breaks out just below the Gold Fury. Toast guy's quite low.
Through space and time, doesn't manage to find Ultimate Abyss, does escape out of that fight. No Gold Fury has been taken down at this point in time, 9.5 minutes in. Could be looking to fight that. The ward battle has begun. There are a lot of blue wards, a lot of tainted wards here around that left side jungle, and respectively Llamas in Pyjamas have a few of their own, but no sentries. So Llamas could go for one of their own. No, Tainted could go for a Gold Fury of their own. They have that Isis for the objective secure. They also have Elkira who can zone perfectly with that cage.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Tainted just do the Gold Fury straight up. They have the Circle Protection as well as the Sunbreaker ultimate.
Oh, yeah, of course, Sunbreaker as well.
So it's very easy for them to just go in there and say, this is our objective, come fight us, please, we dare you, and just take it completely for themselves. So, not really playing to the strengths of the comp are Tainted.
Elkira forced to be backing away under that tower with a big rotation for Llamas in Pyjamas. Didn't manage to find any kills. And now they're fairly spread out here. Dagnight's going to be pushing this lane. Dagnite, as he goes into the late game, as you said, he has a very, very strong early game with those cats playing that Bastet. Late game, he's going to be pretty much building that full penetration build that we see. And a lot of split pushing will be applied with the pressure of those cats.
Well, it's only if he goes into the teleport as his second relic. If he goes into something else more teamfight oriented, like maybe a secondary curse if his team needs it, or still something along those lines, then you would see Bastet stick around the fight. So look to just be a thoroughbred assassin, trying to take out maybe Royal Custard or Switch Bay, maybe even force Ultimate Abyss away from the fight.
Ultimate Abyss, Switch Bay looking to lurk around this left side mid camps, could easily pick that up. 12 minutes into the game. Chin Size already finished off here for Ultimate Abyss. Could be looking to go into Fatalis after that. But in this fight, expect him to be doing so much damage with that Chin Size, especially against Tori and Elkira, who's actually gone into a Bulwark of Hope.
Not a lot of you see a lot these days, considering just fallen out of favor, especially with an item like Genji's Guard being so much more prevalent, giving you magic protection, giving you cooldown reduction, as well as a passive which will reduce your cooldowns even further. But the extra health which this Bulwark does give, and its passive shield, is really the reason Elkira's been picking this one up. He's very aware of the amount of bursts coming out from Swifty and Shrew, so good pickup.
Llamas, again, going for their own ward battle here. They don't want to be dancing around this for too long, because both of these solo laners have their teleport in, so they can come in at any time, which was something we've seen Elkira do. Just come in, use that bird bomb, disorientate the entire team, pop down that cage, but there goes a stun onto Tori, and the taunt is followed up as well. Wing Dust coming through, doing a lot of damage to him, but that Desert Fury, no, that pillar over the wall really makes Tainted Minds disengage, but they have Elkira teleporting in. Could be looking to start up this Gold Fury now, but it's again just a ward battle. They have these ultimates up. They could easily go for a Gold Fury here. I really don't understand.
I'm speechless. I'm bemused right now as they use the Odin teleport there. Llamas and Pyjamas were backing off and decided, you know what? Let's go farm, guys. We've done all we can here.
Let's back off. We intimidated them. That's the plan. Let's back off and farm.
I mean, farming's not the worst idea, considering they do have a Kali and a Hui on their team. Into late game is something which is another win condition of theirs. But snowballing your way to earlier late game is so much better and so much easier to do with this comp. It just means that Ultimate Abyss can get his items online faster, Royal Custard can get his items online faster, and they can start to carry the team a lot earlier. And Tori's guys might be feeling the ire here of Royal Custard, but just a stun and away he goes, half health.
Just escapes there. Tomaloma hit by that unstable vortex. Tori is half health, so he needs to be very aware of that in this fight. Everyone has their ultimates online, but again, there is no teleport for our solo laners, but Elkira is already here. And again, Tainted Minds looking to reset the fight after taking an advantage over Tori Skies. A very strange decision making here.
Think about it like this. Llamas in Pyjamas, they don't have any blinks whatsoever. The only thing they can use to get into the cage is Tainted with the Bastet jump. Just take out Bastet if you really want to as the Defender of Olympus comes out to the left-hand side. Rana Barana, very low. May fall down real custard as well, quite low. Both ADCs going to be taking a spill here.
Elkiro finds the kill onto Rana Barana, and now Dagnite looking to go onto Tomolomo here. Shuix is here, and he's looking aggressive onto Elkiro. Finds the stun, but that shield is going to be applied to himself. Tremors making sure that he can't escape too easily. Sorry, just missing that pluck now, and he might pay for his life as he's stuck under the tower with no escape. Tanking all of that damage from the tower shot. Should fall down here in a second. The Tremors does manage to find that kill. Ultimate Abyss gets his passive online, looking to go onto Dagnite and Shuix here. Good rotation there from Ultimate Abyss to come in that tower and find the kill. Perfectly timed Odin Cage paired up with that taunt as well from Tainted Minds.
You have circular protection. Please do the Gold Fury.
And they have the Sunbreaker as well, but Royal Custom has back. They're looking to start this up again.
Oh, Kabrakan is
no,
just...
okay. A level 14 Kabrakan with no ultimate, which I've seen use. No, back off, boys, back off.
I mean, I sort of agree with it that time. Like, as I was saying before, Elkiro's Odin Cage really just zones Llamas and Pyjamas away from the Gold Fury completely. And that Kabrakan ultimate that he did use, just zoning them away, really using it as a structure rather than as a source of damage and a source of lockdown. But, again, it's just nothing being done right now. Tree is on at this Kabrakan. I do like his second item pickup. The Spectral Armor. Not nice to be see a lot. It really is nice to be pick up against Odin and Odin alone, just to get out of his cage.
And now Gold Fury being started up here by the opposite side. Llamas in Pyjamas looking to go onto this one. Defender of Olympus already being used onto Royal Custard, making sure that Llamas are resetting this. Good call for Llamas to not engage this one, but have a look. Big three-man grouping here in the mid lane. Royal Custard trying to go onto somebody and catch them off guard, but again, it's a reset for both of our teams here, just looking to farm up. And this is really what drags on these OPL games, just dancing instead of farming, maybe going for a tower or a structure. As I've said, Dagnite, he's building a lot of pen. He has cats online. If there isn't anything going on, split push a lane, force someone to back, and then force a fight for yourself. I think that would be a much better play than dancing around.
Taurus guy is going to get aggressive here in the mid lane. Going to find a plug, but forces the purification going for the switch bait. Go aggressive, but not healthy enough to dive the tower.
Unfortunately, Royal Custard missed that ricochet onto Taurus guys, but under the tower, Dagnite gets stunned out. Should be falling down in a second. No, just manages to pounce back into the arms of the Llamas, and now they are looking to be aggressed on by Tainted Minds. Meditation was popped, and there's a good two-man taunt there, but the bees is used by Swifty, still looking to go into Taurus guys, and that's an exploding Spirit Ball. Manages to find the kill through space and time, finds Elkiro, but nobody else. But again, it's a 1-0 engagement for Tainted Minds. Could be looking to go for Gold Fury here. They still have circular protections and the Sunbreaker.
Okay, Odin has just TP'd in. Has got his Ring of Spears available. This is the perfect opportunity to do Gold Fury. And if they don't, I don't know, gonna quit casting? Maybe?
Maybe. They are starting it up. Good taunt there. And this is the zoning potential coming through from Elkiro and Tomolomo. There's a circle of protections. Easiest Gold Fury of your life. Tainted Minds pick up the first one of the game. And now Shuix might be in a bit of trouble as he's stuck in a cage with 5 hungry members of Tainted Minds. But he's very tanky himself. Should fall down in a second. Good taunt there. Royal Custard finds it. And Dagnite might fall down as well to that. Wing Dust pounces away onto the tower. Ultimate Abyss finds a kill on a runner, looking to go onto his target. Dagnite, he could find the kill. One more basic should do it. No, he falls to the hands of Tory Skies.
But Switchbait predicts exactly where Dagnite was going to shoot to. Gets the kill. Tomolomo falling down to Swifty. The rotation is coming back in from Llamas and Pyjamas. It's going to be good to get some kills, stop some of the bleeding, but there's still the advantage going to Tainted Minds from the entirety of that engagement, getting 3 kills as well as the Gold Fury.
Wow, really good play there from Switchbait. Using that Sanctuary, might fall down here in a second though. Oh, good Spirit Ball onto Switch, but no, Tori finds the kill under the tower. Elkiro finds a kill onto Swifty, and they've stayed way too long. Tainted should easily be able to find another kill there. Good play there from Tori, finds a double kill, and Elkiro finds one for himself, but staying a bit too long there were Llamas in Pyjamas.
As well as Royal Custard staying a bit too long there. Offered himself up as bait, and then just got sacrificed to the mighty Rock Crocodile God of the Nile, that is Torres on that Sobek. So he wasn't the best play there coming out from either side. Very sloppy engagements going on all around the map, and Gold Fury does go the way of Tainted Minds. 4-for-3 trade in their favor as well. If we take a look at the graphs, you can just see reflected there is the fact that they do have an advantage from now, but it's not as big as you'd expect considering they did take the advantage in those fights.
Yeah, they got the Gold Fury. They, as you said, that was a 2-for-2 engagement. Wasn't really the best fight. Still in favor of Tainted. Swifty has lost 50% of his Doom Orb stacks now, so he's going to have to spend time and try and farm that one up. But still, 19, almost 20 minutes into this game, a lot of their builds are starting to come online. We see a lot of the damage coming through. Again, Dagnite building a Brawler's Beat Stick to try and counter the healing that Switchbait is applying with that Circle of Protections. And really try and counter out the heals for the rest of Tainted.
Well, Llamas and Pyjamas, they've got to think, well, we're on a clock here. We need to make sure we win this game in a certain amount of time before Carly just comes online and wrecks us all. As the other cage comes out, Trio trapped inside there. Using the trip, using his ultimate, not going to be enough. Falling down, and that is the mark. Switchbait killing Swifty as well in the mid lane, but he's going to get hit by a huge lake in the waters.
Good impale, but still Switchbait might be in trouble. Duking it out, doesn't find the kill, but Tori manages to find one of his own, and under the tower manages to pluck away. No Ricochet to follow it up, but have a look at Ultimate Abyss. Lurking around in that jungle, could be looking to go onto someone here. We don't know who that target is as of yet, but we'll be able to find out in a second. Good taunt there, but he gets immediately impaled into that wall. Runner, taunted under the tower, gets stunned out using a good beads there. And Ultimate Abyss looking to go for his target, which is Runner, doesn't have the ult, and he falls down to Dagnite.
Just going far too greedy there as Ultimate Abyss. Just didn't recognize that the minions were going to be there. Dagnite was still pumping damage into him, and didn't really count down the fact that it's a 2-second immunity to damage from that Sanctuary mini. He was going to take at least 2 tower shots there, and just wasn't tanky enough to deal with it. He's got the Fatalis, has got the Executioner online as well for that percentage penetration shred. A bit of a toe twister there, but it's going to make...
5 times fast.
I don't think I can. I'm not even going to try. But he's not going to go into an Ick file, a bit too late to go into that item. Some form of flat penetration that's really be doing even more to these squishies. That's probably going to come from his passive, however.
Yeah, Carly could be looking to go into a Titan's Bane for that penetration, as you said. I'm actually very curious to see these two ADCs building very, very differently. Ichabod picked up for Runner, also that attack speed boots. But on the other side, Royal Custard, he's gone straight into that Wind Demon and could be looking to finish off a Deathbringer here as well. I like the disparity for both the ADCs here.
I do like the disparity, but I'd like to see them switched around. I'd see on her go into this high damage per basic attack crit build, whilst Royal Custard go into this high attack speed build, considering he's Hu Yi. But does well with his market golden crit basic attacks.
Trying to go onto Dagnite here, uses that Sanctuary. Very good timing there, and uses the cats as well. Desert Fury trying to go onto the members of Tainted Minds, but it's really used defensively there. And now Tainted are looking in a very good position here to maybe take out this next Gold Fury, which is respawning in about 15 seconds here. But the cage is down, but that'll be up in about 40 seconds once again. And that's a good taunt onto Runner, and the Bird Bomb over the wall gets hit by another Spirit Bomb. Royal Custard finds a kill on a Runner, who gets absolutely deleted there. And Truex using that Tremors gets hit by a Sunbreaker, forcing away the members of Llamas in Pyjamas under that tier 2 tower. Again, a 1-0 engagement for Tainted Minds.
Yeah, it's not exactly where they wanted to force him to, though, with that Sunbreaker ultimate. What you really want to be trying to aim to do there with the Sunbreaker ultimate from Hu Yi is put it behind them and force them to either walk through it and take loads of damage to get to safety, or stick around and fight when you had the advantage, which they certainly did do there. Gold Fury going to be started up here by Tainted Minds, and this one should be free yet again. Circle Protection still available on Elkiro on the zone duty.
Tori doesn't have the ult, so he can't look for Still, but through space and time a little bit too early there from Swifty, but it does leech the members. And now's a cage coming through onto Tori's guys, but in the backline, look at the cats coming down. Dagnite taken very low, manages to juke back with that pounce. He is the target of the Kali, but the Kali might fall down to those cats, just escapes there. And Elkiro on about half HP has to back away. No kills found there for either teams, but taken very low are both of the teams here.
Yeah, good reset force there by Swifty with his through space and time ultimate. And you said it was a bit too early. I would say it's perfectly timed, because it made the very awkward decision. Do you stay on the Gold Fury when you're low health and there's a Sobek right there, because of the fact that Gold Fury is so close to being done? Or do you leash it, back away and possibly give it up to Llamas in Pyjamas. And they had to back off there because of the fact they were too low. But Llamas in Pyjamas did not capitalize on it as you would have expected. No, not picked up by Taurus guys, simply because Switchbait was still there with the circle protection.
An 8-kill lead for Tainted Minds. I want to have a look into the graphs. Still in favor. Still 24 minutes into this game. 2.6k experience. 2.5k gold in favor of Tainted. Much better game than last time, I have to say. Very, very impressive to see that they can come back. And it's really just due to the drafting that we've said it throughout this game. They've drafted a very, a better lineup than Llamas in Pyjamas. And they're really bringing it to work. And they could be looking to start up Fire Giant here. This is a big grouping here. There are no wards on it, but Shurix does spot it out here.
He's going to put his ward down, going to be taking that one out incredibly quickly. In fact, it was just missed. That just timed out. Was that ward? Through space and time coming out as well. Going to have absolutely nobody. And now Llamas in Pyjamas out of nowhere have control of this Fire Giant, as well as vision control, so they can look to do it themselves. But going into the mid lane, Tori's guys caught out here. Forced to go looking towards this as the team rotates in.
But look at the cats going on to ultimate miss. Circle of protections used as well, but the K just pops her, making sure nobody can escape the grasp of Tainted Minds. Only one caught in there is Shurix actually, and the Tremors come down. 3-man taunt and a ricochet combo as well is going to do a lot of damage. El Kiro has to back away here, and so do the rest of Tainted Minds. Good Spirit Ball trying to find the combo is Dagnite, who uses that Sanctuary. He might fall down here. Swifty finds a kill, and Dagnite falls down to Ultimate Abyss, who is the target. Switchbait finds another one for the team, and Runner might fall down here in a second, taking down Verilo. Double kill for Ultimate Abyss, and he's looking for his third as well.
He's going to be going aggressive onto Taurus, guys. Can he find this belated triple kill? I mean, Submate's dead here either way. He's going to have to either die to tower. See Curse. That's going to go down. It's going to be on cooldown for the next engagement. I do not agree with the decision there from Taurus, guys to Ewan. And Royal Custard cleans it up. Deicide there for Tainted Minds. They're going to get this gold period for free. And now they have a line to actually take down this game and force a split in this set.
So what's the call? Everyone is pretty much dead for about another 10 seconds. Do you go for the safe play, go for the tier 1 and the tier 2 in left, or they're actually going for a back here? I think they could have really pressured another objective with that lead they had.
I would say it was a bit haphazard to just back off immediately. They could have potentially gone on to the left-hand side, but they have to be careful of the fact that Shrio did have his teleport up and available to him. Use it there in the mid lane to try and catch it all to the abyss, but backing in time was the Kali. So it was an opportunity for defense coming out from Llamas in Pyjamas. Good awareness from Tainted Minds to recognize that the teleport was still up for Kabrakan, so there was no opportunity to take down the objectives.
Royal Custard has finished off that Deathbringer now. Having a look at the total damage, he is topping the charts at this point, really showing that his first performance in the OPL, really, he played very well on that Ramo, playing very well on the Hoi Yi. This is definitely someone you need to look out for in these future games for Tainted. Shurix being aggressed on by Ultimate Abyss does get stunned out. That's a Fatalis Kali chin size for you, taking down Shurix, who's building fairly tanky compared to what we usually see with Shred, building that Soul Reaver this early on.
There's just one defensive item available for the Kali, and that's going to be that Spirobe. It's really going to make her incredibly difficult to kill. Not only does she get some regen from her passive, but now she's going to take 10%, 15% less damage, every single time she's hit with a hard CC every 10 seconds. Yeah, good luck killing this Kali, guys. People are going to be taken down. The Taurus guy is going to be hit here by quite a few attacks and abilities, but not really showing there.
Royal Custard hit by that unstable vortex, but in the meanwhile, El Kiro forced to defend this left lane while Rana Barana is defending that. Defender of Olympus coming down onto that left lane, trying to go onto Rana Barana here, but they have 3 members here in the Gold Fury fight, and Shred with a Shurix with a really good ult there, trying to find the members and zone them. Why Circle of Protection's used, the pops it. Ultimate Abyss finds a kill, and Rana does fall down in the meantime. Swifty obliterates Switchbay there with a through space and time, and in the mid lane, Royal Custard finds the kill onto Swifty, and forced to back away now is Tory Skies. But he's in a bit of a tricky situation here because he's stuck between a tower, an Odin, and a Kali.
Yeah, between a rock and a hard place and whatever else is very difficult to get out of. Be an awkward conversation. But he's going to fall down. There is Taurus, guys. And, well, on the backline, Dagnite picking up a double kill for himself, killing Switch. Actually, no, Switchbait was killed by Swifty, but Royal Custard falling down as well to the Bastet. Meaning that they have no line to go for this Fire Giant right now, do Tainted Mind. So, good play there by the jungler from Llamas in Pyjamas.
I think that the Cabrakan pick wasn't really necessary in this game. I think a Raven would have been much better in this game for Llamas in Pyjamas. 0-5 and 3 is Shurix. He's had a few key moments in the game, but really, if you're going to play a Cabrakan, you need to play it at the level that Shred is, especially to play it effectively, and Shurix just isn't at that level yet. Still, I think a Raven would have been much better for him to play here. It would have been a comfort pick. It would have been a strong, damaging pick as well.
Let's just say, Cabrakan wasn't the first pick material for Llamas and Pyjamas.
Yeah, exactly.
If they picked it 4th or 5th, then maybe yes, I'd have agreed that Cabrakan was a good pick. But given that was first pick, there were so many better options on the table. As you said, Raven, Bologna was also available. I would love to have seen a Bologna against this matchup, but Disarm against the Kali and against the Huyi really shuts down a lot of the damage for 3 seconds. Can leap out of the cage and provide some good CC. And Guan Yu was still open?
Yep, Guan Yu was still open. Not banned. Raven, Bologna, Guan Yu still locked in. Still on the board. Locks in Cabrakan, second pick.
I am bemused beyond belief here right now. From this game entirely, not only was Tainted Minds not be able to do early goal views, but now the fight breaks out. Trio being obliterated for this HP bar. Circuit protection comes down as well as the Sunbreaker also, but Ultimate picks up the first kill of this fight. Toast guys could be soon to fall.
That was a really good play there from Tainted Minds with that Sunbreaker cage combo. It's like a Thunderdome, but the Sunderdome. Looking to go onto the tower here as Tomolomo tries to go onto Tori Skies, uses that taunt perfectly, tries to find a kill, Pluck, doesn't find anyone except for Ultimate Abyss, trying to use that to escape, and there's a Desert Fury as well, trying to zone away the members. Dagnite forced to back away, and the Sanctuary was used to get him out of there as well, through space and time. Perfectly timed Sanctuary there from Ultimate Abyss. Good hearing with that reaction as well. Manages to spot that through space and time coming through and uses it perfectly, and the Defender of Olympus is also used to provide some backup here for Tainted as they're looking to back away here. Gold Fury in 10 seconds. They could go for that next.
Yeah, Switchblade with the Juke Shoes there, managing to avoid the damage from that unstable Vortex, which probably could have killed it, but now the aggression from Llamas and Pyjamas continues. Odd use of Sanctuary there from Switchblade, not gonna lie. And he actually could fall down for this one, and he does indeed. Swifty picks up the kill.
Swifty finds another kill, 6 kills in this game. Now the tier 2 is being aggressed here, but Llamas really need to back out here. Shurix, full health here, coming in. Very, very strong Cabrakan. He is a very tanky wall. I think they need to back away here. Maybe try and go for another objective. It's a 5v4, but they need to be very aware that Tomolomo is playing Athena and has a taunt. Could disperse the entire team here. Looking to go in. The taunt doesn't come through just yet. Misses everyone. Shurix using that pressure very effectively there. Now under that tower, the cage is popped to try and make people take that damage from the tower. The tower actually does fall down to the hands of Rana Barana and Llamas. Looking to back away here, respecting that the entire team now is almost respawning as Switchblade up in about 10 seconds.
Surprisingly, if you take a look at the graphs, you can see 9,512 experience difference, but only a 5,000 gold lead in favor of Tainted Minds when you'd expect. The amount of control that they've had throughout this entire game, with the Kali, the Odin, the Athena, being backed up by the damage coming out from the Isis as well as the Huyi. I would expect it to be at least a 10k gold lead at this point, but Llamas and Pyjamas showing why they maybe aren't as bad as people are going to be saying they are. Also, the best kills Dagnite over on the right hand side.
Yeah, he's just trying to push that tower. CGS soloed in the chat. Tori might actually try and find a kill onto Ultimate Abyss. No, Shurix just misses the ult. Now, that's very unfortunate for him. And now Tainted can recognize that that ultimate is down and maybe look for an aggressive play here. Knowing that Dagnite is already dead, Swifty uses that through space and time, which is down for another 40 seconds. Shurix's ult down for another 60 seconds. Very good position are Tainted Minds in right now, as they could look to take out this Fire Giant.
Yeah, Fire Giant certainly on the menu right now. Who's going to order it? Is it going to be the boys on Tainted Minds, or Llamas and Pyjamas going to swoop in at the last second and take last available stock of it? Toy Sky is going to be put in the cage for some reason. That's no place to put a crocodile.
Crocodiles belong in the water, not a cage, and they also belong in the underworld, because Ultimate Abyss has just sent him to that exact place. And now it's already a 3v5 as Tainted are looking to aggress once again. Swifty has almost gets taunted there. Again, Tomolomo missing. Everyone gets impaled right into a pillar. And now they have to back away. Dagnite has respawned. Has the cats online full level 20. can look to catch out someone here, but Carly is behind him and knows that he's right there.
Yeah, Carly was looking aggressive there onto Bastet, but Bastet, with the vision from the minions, allows himself to get away from that situation. But Trio showing the Barracuda backstep in the previous time. Not going to find it this time. Going to get absolutely melted here, but also with the base getting melted himself. And now the aggression turns around back onto him.
Desert Fury coming through, and there is the Suns, and here comes the Odin. The cage should come down in a second. Looking to go on to Shruix here. Cage isn't up at this point. That's going to be down for about a second. No, it's just respawned then. If he had waited a few more seconds and used that cage then, they could have easily taken out a lot of members there. Through space and time! Oh my gosh! Swifty cleans Royal Custard there. What a play from Swifty to bring him back into the game.
Deleted is the ADC, and now there's the time for Llamas and Pyjamas to go away, but Shrew's going to be caught in a cage. Not able to help Tori's guys as they look to be aggressive onto Switch Bay. Looking towards is going to be counteracted by the sprint, and the Defender of Olympus comes out as well. Good use of Saturate to immune all that damage, but sort of does waste the Defender of Olympus there.
Now Tori once again looking aggressive, but in the meanwhile, have a look at Ultimate Abyss. He's trying to box out Shurix here, using that Tremors to zone them away, but the rest of the team are here. Rana Barana is looking to back him up with Dag Knight, and still gold. Fire Giant actually being started up here by by Llamas in Pyjamas, should I say.
Llamas in Pyjamas doing incredibly well to stay in this game. Elkira going to be hit by the seismic shift from Kabrakan. Elkira and Tomolomo looking to stay aggressive, looking to make sure that this Fire Giant does get taken down by the boys of Llamas in Pyjamas. But they're looking aggressive. Plug onto Elkira, and this could be a kill onto the Odin.
Really good combo of CC there. Elkira just manages to get away there, and the Spirit Ball secures his escape. That was a really good CC chain. Pluck into the portal, into all of the damage Shurix can output, as well as Swifty. More CC chains like that would be good for Llamas in Pyjamas. But 35 minutes in, they've only got 16 kills. The graphs very much in favor of Tainted Minds. It's surprising to see that Tainted haven't been able to close out any of these fights.
Yeah, it's surprising to see right now that Tainted Minds have been struggling in the late game, where I expected that come to absolutely skyrocket. You'd think Odin really there for the early game, and Switch Bay can control it as well. But late game, Isis doing a lot of damage. Carly, the queen of late game, and Royal Custard on that, who you definitely the best late game ADC out there. So it's very surprised to see that Llamas and Pyjamas actually taking the fight to them. And now with Bastet building a Crusher, it's going to be difficult for Tainted Minds to decide what to do. Do they keep vision on Bastet? Do they keep defensive vision to make sure they know that Bastet's trying to backdoor a Phoenix? Or do they keep vision on the 5-gen to make sure that's not being done?
Rana Brana gets taunted, and now the fight should break out here in a second. Just leading on to that question, I think they definitely need to have wards around Fire Giant, not around Phoenix. There isn't enough time to back and get Carly, get the Bastet offline. Oh, have a look, Bastet looking to go for that mid lane Phoenix. But meanwhile, Ultimate Abyss gets impaled right into a pillar. And there's that lurking in the waters. Desert Fury overall through space and time. Doesn't manage to find anyone in that cage. And those Tremors go up as well. Swifty finds a kill on Abyss. Switch Bay with a massive ultimate there. Royal Custard over the wall. Finds a kill onto Shruix. But have a look though. The Phoenix is being taken down here. But Tainted Mind are not going to back and defend this one. They're still looking to aggress here onto Tori Skies. They should find him in a second. Good taunt there. Royal Custard finds the kill onto Tori, and Rana Barana and Dag Knight are the only two members able to defend this push here from Tainted Minds.
Worth? Maybe not right now for the Bastet play there.
Not at all. Not at all.
I mean, you lose 3 members, you lose your tier 2 in right. Actually, not going to go for the Phoenix, so actually maybe worth for Bastet after all. I mean, you're going to give up a tier 2 there, irrespective of whether Bastet's there or not. Doesn't really offer too much to fight right now. So because, well, going to be Bastet late gamers. Tainted Minds look to take down this Fire Giant. They need to fight a steal here to Llama and Pyjamas, otherwise it could be game over.
Rana might be in a bit of trouble, but so is Switch Bay. They could probably take this one out, unless Dag Knight can get a good steal. We're Llama in Pyjamas, take the Gold Fury, and they're looking to go onto the team here. Royal Custard finds a kill. Llamas take the Fire Giant away from 4 members, no, all 5 members of Tainted Minds. What a play there from Dag Knight, what a steal.
Dag Knight there, putting the team on his back. Steals it with a basic attack of anything. Elkira there putting the cage down far too late, and the Fire Giant just completely stolen from under the nose of the Tainted Minds. Then mid Phoenix is down, and what looked to be them having the game completely in the driving seat is just falling apart from the team. Stacks to one character alone. Dagden on this Bastet.
Unfortunately, only one member has it, but to be honest, it's the only member that they desperately need. Rana Barana with that fire giant. I keep saying Gold Fury. With that fire giant buff, he's going to be doing even more damage to towers. He's got the Deathbringer online now. He doesn't really have that much penetration. I would really like to see a Titan's Bane on his build, but I don't know what you would switch it out for.
I don't know why, but again, Tainted Mind's not playing to the strengths of their comp at all. They had Circle Protection open for that entire engagement, and they did not use it on the Fire Giant at all. Just meant Bastet would not have been able to get anywhere near the Fire Giant had that ultimate come down, so again, Tainted Mind just throwing that fight completely, and all Llamas and Pyjamas, they are in the driving seat.
Left side tier 1 finally falls to the hands of Tainted Minds. Shrux looking to go onto Ultimate Abyss, who's all here by himself. Might be in a bit of trouble as Tori and Shrux are looking to go onto him here. But Ultimate Abyss has that speed buff, so he could actually get away here. He has a 3k pot as well. If he falls down here, that is huge for Llamas in Pyjamas. But Defender of Olympus coming through, and the Tremors is looking to go on Tomoloma through space in time. Manages to find it, but doesn't actually pick the kill. Runner is granted with that one, and it's already a 5v4.
Oh, Bastet going in again. Looking for yet another backdoor. El Kiro going to be putting some damage into the level, but it's not doing as much as you'd expect at this point in the game. Ultimate Abyss going to be hit by the Bastet, and now the cats come down onto El Kiro, just sorting away the Odin from this tier 2. And now they're going to push up and probably take down this Phoenix as well, as they're grouped up 5 versus 4.
I don't know if they can take this Phoenix. There's 4 members up. They have very tanky lineup here. Royal Custard with a lazy back is actually going to maybe cost them that Phoenix, but the aggressiveness comes through. There's that cave looking to go under that tower. There's a circle of protections combo we've seen a lot in this game. Switchbait finds the kill onto Tory Skies, and there's a Desert Fury coming down as well. And it's a full reset now for Llamas in Pyjamas. They don't want to stay any longer. They don't want to overstay their welcome here. And now Tainted Minds are taking this aggressiveness and they're turning it around onto them. Rana really needs to get out of this fight with that Fire Giant buff in hand.
Yeah, that's going to be just a full execution. Tory Skies falling incredibly early. That did not help matters for Llamas and Pyjamas. They got the tier 2, but they couldn't get anything else. And with the mid Phoenix about to respawn, Tainted have held on for this last 5 minutes without any real casualties or any real damage going on to the Titan, which means they're in a good position yet again. Yes, Barana does have the Fire Giant. Yes, Tainted did have it taken from them. But in the next 1 minute and 46 seconds, they need to make sure that they do set themselves up correctly this time to take down that map objective.
I'm really surprised to see that Ultimate Abyss. I mean, he's 11, 4, and 12, but he's come online, but not the typical extreme crazy plays that we see coming through from Akali. He's been caught out a fair few times. He's been taking out a few squishies, but I'm surprised they haven't closed out the game. 41 minutes in with such a late game team that Tainted have. Llamas are really doing work to defend this game.
No, and what I want to see from Llamas and Pyjamas is a very sneaky strategy. So I like to call the fork. What you do is you have 4 members. The one that's not going to be involved in this is Bastet. 4 members go to one of the side Phoenixes with the Llamas ultimate. And then you have Dagnit going to the actual other side Phoenix by himself, just take it down with the Catcall ultimate, backdooring it, and just you fork them out. You guarantee the Phoenix either way, or a good engagement. So the crisscross split push, basically, really. It could work, but then they also need to be aware that if their team die under the Phoenix, the four members in the left side Phoenix, for example, if they all die and Dagnet's the only member up, it'd be very, very risky for Llamas in Pyjamas. But have a look, Switchbait manages to get caught out here. A lot of damage being applied. Swifty finds a kill on a Switch, and there's that cage coming down as well. The suns are popped as well. That's that sun cage combo. Have a look though. Dagnet's pushing that right side Phoenix. Yeah, Catcall is going to be backdooring this Phoenix to absolute high heaven. Elkiri going to be hit by the cats instead, but still tanking it. Dagnet picks up the kill. Yeah, they shut down the Odin. That's the first time on this entire game, 43 minutes in. And that could be all they need to break this base and take down this game. Members still alive. They need to try and change that to Tainted if they are to have any hope of defending this. But 2 Phoenixes down. It's not looking good right now for Tainted Minds. They're going for fire. But they also need to understand that Tomolomu has that Defender of Olympus. If they can just get someone to walk in there, pop it a bit early, maybe get a taunt, or even try and secure it with that initial damage coming through, then it could be a potential steal for Tainted. But I think it's going to be going in favor of Llamas in Pyjamas because of Swifty and that unstable Vortex. Maybe looking to go here is just believe Tomolomu were pulling at the Dagnate here. Stealing with a basic attack, come on. But they can't pull it off, and now they've just baited themselves into a horrible fight. 3 versus 5, and this one's definitely going to go the way of Llamas in Pyjamas. The game might go the way of Llamas in Pyjamas as well if they pick off enough people.
Look at the slow coming through. Royal Custard falls down to Shrooks with those tremors. Again, it's a 3v5, and all 5 members have the Fire Giant buff. Switch Bay is up, has that Circle of Protection, so that's a very, very good ultimate to defend the Titan, as well as they have Elkira with a cage and Tom Long, of course, with that taunt. Tainted have a very good defense of their own, but Llamas have a very good offense with the damage they have and that penetration they also have.
Odd decision there to back off by Llamas in Pyjamas. The respawn timers were favoring them, really, considering they took down Royal Custard. They had the Fire Giant to regen them back up. They're just backing off to finish up their items, buy some more potions, buy some wards, and push down this left-hand side to eventually end this game. Everyone is full build now, and Llamas, he sold his Doom Orb. He's now got a Spear of Desolation. Just look for Unstable Vortex into an immediate another Unstable Vortex just to kill 2 people outright.
It is a very vicious combo. Vicious combo indeed. 5 members pushing down this left side. They are looking for a siege now, the only remaining Phoenix. But they also need to be aware there are 2 Phoenixes down with 5 minions pushing down that lane. If they prolong this fight, they're going to have minions storming the base. And we all know minions are so good. There's that cage and that initial fight is broken out. Hitomolomo going to go into that back line using that taunt. Could be looking to go onto someone in that cage. Through space and time finds 2 members there. And Ultimate Abyss has to get out of this fight. Uses that ultimate very wisely there, just manages to escape the grasp of the Llamas, but in trouble is Royal Custody. Finds down Switch Bay, gets taken out in the fountain from Dagmar, and they're looking to close out the game here, Alpha. They could easily do it. They have so much penetration, and that's going to be game number 2 for Llamas in Pyjamas as they close out the game after an insane brawl against Tainted. Pretty much on their heels that entire game there. Just Tainted couldn't push them over.
Absolutely unreal play coming up from Llamas in Pyjamas. So I think, is it Llamas in Pyjamas just holding out for as long as possible and just getting the comp and the fights right eventually? Or is it just Tainted Minds not being able to end as quickly as possible? Is it Tainted Minds not being able to snowball their advantage and play to their comp strengths? It's very difficult to judge, because you kind of want to give the benefit of the doubt towards Tainted Minds. You kind of want to say, well, they did as best as they could, and Llamas in Pyjamas just played better in that sense.
And here with us